Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about our fruit forest. This is an update for those that are new. This is our little fruit forest here. Don't know how much you can see, but yes, that's our little fruit forest. I'm going to run through what we're currently growing and what our plans are for the near future with our fruit forest. Coming into winter, I'm going to add a little bit of fertilizer to them. And we've also got a few little pests which I'm going to spray for as well. Because we don't like using spray. I mean, some cases you have to use sprays to get rid of some things like in the paddocks, weeds, etc. But I try to use minimum spray as possible. But this one is organic. It's actually neem oil. So this comes from the tree, neem trees. They found this tree in India. They noticed it didn't have any insects on it or bugs or anything on it. And they decided to try and use it for a spray. That's what this is. You don't need very much in a bottle, spray bottle. Mix it with a bit of water and some, they say, tell on here, shampoo or conditioner or soaps to give it that, because it is a real oily thing. Needs something to sort of help spray it. So I've mixed that with a bit of soap in a sprayer. I'm going to spray some of these trees just to see how it goes with a couple of pests that I've got, which I'll show you as we go around. Also going to do a little bit of prunings. This is our first little tree here. This guy here is our guava tree. If you're not familiar with guavas, they're a tropical fruit. I don't see them in supermarkets. I don't know if you guys have seen guavas actually in supermarkets or not. I've never seen the fruit in a supermarket, but they're good for juicing. So this is a little experiment to see how it goes. Another grow in southeast Queensland. I've never seen them in where we are here, but I have seen them up the Sunshine Coast growing. So I'm going to actually prune a bit of these off. Some of these, or some of the lower branches. Obviously with an orchard you want wind flow, a bit of wind movement to help keep the trees healthy. So I'm going to trim off a couple of these bottom branches. So yeah, you can see how there have been some bugs, probably caterpillars or grasshoppers or something having a bit of a nibble. I haven't actually seen what's been doing it on this tree. I've been looking, but I haven't been able to find it. But so I'm just going to cut some of these lower branches off. I'll leave that one go because that's sort of a main stem coming up. I might cut this one off here.
Could probably go that one just there too.
This one?
Yeah.
And I'll cut that one off there. So that's him done. So it sort of opens up the base a little bit. Now a lot of our trees you've seen, we've mounded them up. Obviously we're in a clay soil here and a lot of fruit trees and that don't like being waterlogged. So we've mounded all our trees up. But with the winds that we normally get here and with the heavy rain we've had over the summer, it's washed a lot of the hills out, so we need to rebuild these a bit. Some of them, this one's not too bad, some of the others are pretty bad, so that's another little job we're going to have to do in the next week or so before winter comes. So that's the guava tree. Do a quick tour of the rest of the fruit forest. I'll show you a couple of the new additions and then I'll quickly show you what our plans are for the future. So at the moment this is our little citrus orchard through here. This is an orange tree. Oh, hang on, that's not. So this is our mandarin tree. Now this one here is suffering from what we call citrus leaf miner. And you can see how the leaves are curled on the new growth. This one here is a good example. You can see there, can you see that? So you can see that there, the little squiggly lines in the leaf, that's what they call citrus leaf miner. So it starts off like that and eventually gets the leaves all curled up into that. Now it won't kill the tree, but it affects all the new growth, so it's going to stunt the growth of the tree. Now when it's this small, we don't want that obviously. When it gets bigger, the tree can cope with it and you don't need to worry about it too much. So this is another one I'm going to try with the neem oil and see if it stops that from happening. Moving along, that's the mandarin tree. This is the blood orange tree. Move along to the next orange tree. This is a Valencia orange. So he's doing alright. A little bit of a grub, little caterpillar there, but he's not doing anything, so we'll leave him for now. Then we go down to our little nut farm at the moment. So this is our macadamia nut. This is the first tree that we had in our fruit forest. So with the rain, he's had a lot of new growth grow on him. So this macadamia tree was actually the first one we bought back when we lived in the suburbs of Brisbane. So he survived in a pot for a little while until we bought the property, and then he's been in the ground now since we moved here. So he's doing well. Hopefully get some fruit off him in another year or two. So this is another macadamia tree that we bought recently. This is a new addition to probably when you last saw the fruit forest. Again, he's grown quite a little bit since he's been in the ground. Shoots coming up on him there as well. Then we'll go across here. So this guy here is our Bowen mango. Another new addition to the fruit forest. Now he has absolutely rocketed since being in the ground. When we planted him, he was this tall. So he's doubled in size in probably 6-7 months. So that's him. And we have plans to keep the fruit forest going down this way, and there'll be another mango next to him here, and then we'll be going into a couple of more probably macadamia trees down that way as well. Okay, any ideas what this is? This is actually a plum tree. So another new addition to the fruit forest. One that will survive here in the tropics, subtropics of Queensland. Again, hasn't been in the ground that long. They need another tree for cross-pollination. So I've got to get another one of these. Not the same one, but a little bit different, so they get really good fruit. But these I've seen on a video where they get so much fruit that the branches snap off. So I'm hoping that happens with these ones. Well, not snap off, but we get so much fruit. So this is a little kumquat. So again, he's been hit hard with the leaf miner, so I'm going to spray him as well. Not looking the best at the moment. So he's been in the ground, again, another new addition. I'll give him a fertiliser, a spray, and a good water. And hopefully he comes along. But these little guys, they produce little sort of egg-shaped fruit, which you can eat the whole rind and all. So it'd be interesting to see when they fruit, what they actually taste like. It's supposed to be really good for jamming as well. So this is an apple tree. And then we've got our other apple tree here. So both of these have taken off as well with the rain, and they're looking really good at the moment. Okay, to finish off the fruit forest, so we've got this couple of areas here, room to plant a few more trees. So we're going to plant a few more citrus trees, a few more oranges, some lemons, some limes, another plum, some more macadamia trees, some more mangoes. We're going to try some avocados. So the other part of the fruit forest which we have started is our berry grove. Not much to show you there, but we've got 2 new plants in there which I can show you. So the berry patch, as we move down to that, is located, if you're not too sure, the setup of the property might be hard for the new people, even the old people's not the easiest to work out. The berry patch is located between the veggie garden and the cow paddock, and across the road from the chicken coop, the main chicken coop. So that's where we're headed. So there's the chicken coop through there above, if you can see past the long grass. Here's the veggie garden, which we'll have an update for that shortly. So up in here, in amongst the long grass, is our first bed, which will be in here. Mind the sorghum that has popped up.
Oh my god! Wow, wonder when that's going to be ready.
It'll be ready when it goes orange.
Will cows eat that?
They won't eat that. Oh, they will eat that, but they'll eat that. Eat the leaves.
Well, the chickens will eat that.
Yeah,
sorghum
chickens.
seeds.
So this is our little, this is our first raspberry. So it's going well. It's just reshooting at the bottom here.
Raspberry heritage. What do you think about all the fruit trees?
I think they're very good, actually.
What do you think will be your favourite fruit to eat once we get them?
Of course, apple.
Apple! You can't wait for the apple trees.
Yes.
Pretty good, hey?
Yeah.
And what about this raspberry? What about that? Do you like raspberries?
Like, is it the raspberry that I like or hate?
Well, raspberries are pink, red.
You like raspberries?
No.
You like blueberries too.
I like blueberries.
We're going to have blueberries.
So yes, there'll be blueberries go in here. So obviously this will be a patch of raspberries. I'll do some blueberries in here. And then down the bottom, which we'll go down there in a second, is a little mulberry tree. So we're going to have a quick look at that. And then that will be a quick update for the fruit forest and berry patch. So here's the mulberry tree. It's only a dwarf mulberry. It'll still get to 2 meters, 3 meters tall. And I think it gets black mulberries on it. So they're fairly fast growing. So I'm hoping that we might get even fruit off this year. It's been in the ground now for 6 months. After winter, we might get some fruit off if it keeps going the way it is.
I feel like mulberry trees are a memory that a lot of people actually have. Whenever you say, oh, mulberry tree, you always can picture a mulberry tree, whether it was the mulberry tree over your neighbour's fence that you would always pick the little berries off of. My memory of a mulberry tree is actually when I used to go and visit my pop. That'll be a story time video. Hey Pop, I know you're watching. My pop would be a caretaker on a property, and over the river there would be a whole heap of mulberry trees. So I'd go down and just pick mulberries, come back covered in purple and blue stuff all over me. But yeah, mulberry trees are just one of those trees that you always have memories of.
Well, the association I have with mulberry trees is having silkworms at school.
Oh really?
And you feed them, they live on mulberry leaves.
Ah.
So you used to go find mulberry trees to pick the leaves to feed your silkworms.
Well,
They spin the silkworm and...
Well, there you go. If you have a mulberry tree memory, then feel free to share with everybody else in the comments.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know if you can see because of the glare, but we got some cows here just staring. Hello guys.